everyone. This is Mark Wong from PSB Academy Student Affairs, and welcome to another episode of Career Cookies. Today we have a very special guest on our show, and that's none other than Mr. John Vignesh, who is a professional transformation and relationship coach, motivational speaker, and of course the author of the book Vowed to Succeed. We share strategies on how we can live our dreams and enjoy successful relationships. Now, John has also made 3 television appearances and has hosted a 9-part inspirational series that covered themes on overcoming life's obstacles. John, welcome to today's show.
Hi, Mark. Thank you for having me in your show, and hopefully this serves your students well today.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Now, these days, when we hear the word resilience a lot, and it's become a buzzword that cannot be ignored. Now, in fact, many employers are looking for resilience in their graduate hires. Why? Because in the eyes of a hirer, candidates who are seen as having a higher level of resilience tend to have better problem-solving skills, better EQ and adaptability. Now, these qualities obviously make the candidates attractive to recruiters. Now, John, you're no stranger to adversity, and you have an amazing story to share with us. Could you share with us a little bit about that?
Okay, so my story, if we're going to give you a very short version of it, 10 years ago, 2010, when I was about to move into my own home after buying it and all that, I suddenly went blind in January. And my wife, she rushed me to the hospital, and they found this unusual large brain tumor, size of an orange. So they said, okay, John, this is the thing. It's not cancerous, but it is growing. So what it had done is it permanently damaged your optic nerves, and that's why you're blind. We have to remove the tumor completely surgically, otherwise you're going to face other medical problems because it's in your brain. So they asked me for the permission. I said, of course, because blindness is good enough. I don't really want another medical problem. So they called in the top team from the hospital. They did 13-hour surgery. And my wife told me this until today, even she has it in the book, written in the book. I wrote the book with my wife, by the way, so she wrote it in the book. I was brought into the ICU right after the surgery, and I, just with a slight misc or something, I heard the sound of my wife's voice, got up from the bed like that, and I pointed to the direction of the voice. I said, I told you I'll be back. And I knocked out again. So this is something that happened, and why that challenge came as a sudden thing. I think anyone who loses his or her sight when you are very healthy, I was only 26 plus when that happened. So over these 10 years, there's a lot of stuff that happened, a lot of challenges, and along the way, I have actually achieved stuff that I've never even thought of pursuing, except for just writing it down into a piece of paper.
Wow.
So the drive to live is a lot more, which is something that in a very weird way I thank God for, because if you don't get to live life on the edge, or for a person like me at least, you don't really want to do a lot more with your life.
Wow, that's totally amazing. Now, for students who are hearing this story for the first time, what parallels, what lessons could they draw from your story in helping them to create this essential quality, which is resilience?
Well, okay, now this like you said, resilience is a buzzword, right? Everyone seems to be using it. You're right. Whether it's an employee, they want a resilient employee. Whether it's an employee, they want to be resilient so that they are of value.
That's right.
I think we should understand the word first. Resilient itself, it's you will see it in a sports athlete. You will see it in a dancer. You know, people say, "Oh, dancing. What's so tough about it?" If you ask me to go and do what the dancer is doing, I think I'm going to screw it up. Pardon me, but I think I wouldn't do a good job for it, right? Yes. But that training that the dancer goes through to pull off that wonderful performance is a lot of work. Absolutely. Why the person pulls off that sort of work is because the person is resilient. What is resilience? Resilience is putting yourself through challenge after challenge, and then still have the passion to pull through with what you want to do. This is how I see it. So I always believe that if you are really very certain about what you're passionate about, then you're going to have a lot of challenges. Don't expect things to be so easy for you. Absolutely. It is in distractions will come as a very good challenge for you. You know, switch on your smartphone. There's a lot of distractions
Oh,
that are
so
readily
many.
available for you. So that is one challenge.
Mm.
The second thing is that you might face financial problems. I faced a lot. Until now, I'm well off and what God bless. But a lot of financial problems might come your way. Relationships might go. You
Yeah.
might face new people coming into your life.
Mm.
So all these things are challenges. And if you can still face them
Mm.
and actually learn from them if you fail, and if you succeed, also learn from them that what is working for you
Mm.
as a person, and then still have that passion and succeed it. That is resilience.
Got it. Now, in your book, Vowed to Succeed, you covered strategies to help couples
Yeah.
create happier, lasting relationships, but from a love life standpoint.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to building relationships in a more general context, for example, in a networking setting or working on a project with your teammates, what are some lessons that you can draw from personal relationships that can be applied to help us succeed professionally and also to positively influence the people around us?
I think the first thing that we all should do, whether it's a love relationship, whether it's going to be a professional relationship, whether it's your co-worker, or you go to an event representing your company
Yeah.
or representing your team, the first thing you should put to yourself is, I always do this for myself and it works for me, and hopefully it works for your students. The first thing I ask myself, why am I going here? Why am I going to this place? Whether it's to the workplace in the morning, whether it is to school, whether it is to this event that I need to go and speak to, why am I? Why? The
Finding
why.
the why.
The why sets the tone, right? So why am I going there? I answer that question very honestly to myself, and then my brain gets set. Okay, this is why you're doing it. So that is the purpose. You find the purpose, right? Then the second thing you should do is, when you head there, prepare yourself mind, body, and spirit wise. What I mean by that, your brain is set because you gave the purpose for it.
Yes.
Your body has to be set so that you can express yourself well. Today I'm here with my favorite shirt actually. This is long sleeve black shirt. I love it because it just keeps me comfortable, and it also keeps me in a very positivity sort of way, so that I can share my message well.
Yeah.
So learn about what works for you, what works for you to be you. So if you go to a place and you are dressed uncomfortably, and you're dressed in a way that you can't carry out yourself well, then you should think about how you want to present yourself. That's the second thing.
Got it.
And then once you're there, first thing, when you go and see a new person, let's say you're going for an event, you want to see there's a new person there, or maybe you're going for an interview, or that's a B, interview is a B. So you seeing someone new, first impression counts a lot. So when you present yourself, you say, "Hi, my name is John. How do you do? How's your day today?" Ask an intrinsic question for that person.
Okay.
So that the person, when they respond to you, the first thing, when you engage a person in an intrinsic way, and the person answers the question, right, you have actually got their attention towards you.
Absolutely.
So you set the tone for the conversation you're about going to have, and then after that, keep building upon that conversation. But throughout the whole thing, don't lose who you are.
Be authentic.
Be authentic. Authentic is basically being you without getting shadowed away because of another person's perception. This is how I see it, because you're not a mind reader. You can't really go and think about what the person is thinking about you, but you can be true to yourself and give them your authentic self. That's the best thing you can do for that person. So I think that you set yourself well first, and you bring yourself out to the world, and then you present yourself. And one of the things that people always come back to me, because I'm a professional coach, and they keep telling this to me, "John, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm good at managing a project, I'm good at writing very good pieces of reports and all that. But when it comes to dealing with my own team, I mess up. Why? I don't know what is wrong with me." I said, "No, first, why do you think you mess up?" Then they give me the answer, right? Yes. And then there's a lot of times it's something like, "Oh, I think they don't like what I'm talking about." Don't think what they're thinking of you. It always messes you up.
Correct.
because we have a hard time trying to understand ourselves,
Yes.
and then here we are trying to think at the same time how the others are perceiving us. So avoid doing that, and then go ahead and carry out yourself. Obviously, you might stumble in a way or two, but don't let it stop you. Stumble, but don't stop. And then I think along the way, as you learn and learn and learn, and you grow as a person, you're going to do great.
Wow.
It's something that I think we all should cultivate.
I think that's amazing advice, John. Now, as we always say in student affairs, don't just learn, don't just listen, apply it. Now, if there's one challenge that we'd like to offer to our students to start taking action right now on some of the things they learned, what would that be?
Okay, so I when you just said challenge, right, to your students, well, this is one thing that like I just said, distraction is all over everywhere. Being a student, especially, I was a student once upon a time. So one thing that I always struggled at that point was to focus, was to get an assignment done, was to go and get some task I had put myself into done. This is one very good method that I used for myself maybe about 5-6 years ago, and when I used it at the first beginning 6 months, it kind of helped me quite a lot. It helped me focus on a lot of things and get it done. It's actually from Robin Sharma, the world's #1 world leadership coach.
That's right.
And he uses this thing called the 90-90 formula.
90-90.
Okay, what it basically is, for the next 90 days, upon listening to this video, the next 90 days, for the first 90 minutes of your day, whether you're going to work, then it's the first 90 minutes of that work day. If it's you're starting your school day, the first 90 minutes where you have for yourself. Right. So take the 90 minutes and look at a list of tasks to be done. Take the most important one and work on that one task for the 90 minutes for the next 90 days. Trust me, your list of 10 will become at least 2 by the time you're done with the 90 days.
Wow, that's awesome. So be sure to do that. The 90-90 Minute by Robin Sharma is shared by John Vignesh. Thank you, John, for being on our show.
Thank you, Mark, for having me.
It's our pleasure.
And PSB students, live your life.
Live your life. And don't forget to check out more episodes of Career Cookies. And most of all, check out Vowed to Succeed at your book corner, book buffet. But if you'd like to support by getting a copy, check out the Vowed to Succeed Facebook page on Facebook.